We often take our everyday objects for granted. I mean, when's the last time you really thought about your kitchen sink? Probably never. But that thing you use every day without noticing has a surprisingly long and interesting history. Instead, they used simple stone basins to hold water. The basins were usually made from granite or limestone and served as basic containers for water. These early sinks were far from convenient. There were no taps or drains, just bowls filled by hand and emptied directly onto the ground. Then in the mid-1900s, stainless steel became the go-to material for kitchen sinks. Lightweight, modern and shiny, it matched the sleek new appliances that were starting to appear in kitchens. We're talking touchless faucets, built-in water filters and voice command capabilities. Oh yeah, and did we mention the customization? You can pick pretty much any color or material you want, including granite or copper. And if you're feeling eco-conscious, there are sinks made from recycled materials. Manufacturers are even thinking about ways to make sinks that clean themselves. Imagine that. Double bowl sinks were also introduced, allowing users to fill one side with soapy water for washing and the other for rinsing. From simple stone basins to high-tech wonders, the evolution of the sink mirrors our changing needs and values. We're not just making videos, we're building a family of curious minds. And you're part of it. Be sure to subscribe and share if you want to support our work. It only takes a second, but it helps more than you know. What started as a basic necessity has turned into an essential part of our daily lives. Who knows what the future will bring? Maybe one day we'll have sinks that talk to our dishwashers or give us a heads up when we're wasting too much water. The possibilities are endless. This innovation reflected a growing desire for efficiency and convenience in the kitchen. However, these ancient Egyptians and Mesopotamians knew the importance of hygiene and cleanliness. This design choice not only made cooking more practical, but also turned it into a social event where the cook could interact with guests while washing up. They understood that water was essential for washing hands, utensils, and even for cleaning the body. And that's why, despite the lack of advanced plumbing systems, they still used these rudimentary sinks for their daily ablutions. These early sinks were likely placed in public areas such as baths or public buildings, as well as in wealthy homes. They signified a certain status and were often decorated with intricate carvings or designs. So let's take a journey from the very first sinks to today's smart kitchen tech. But still no fancy plumbing. Water came from wells or nearby rivers, and people had to carry it to the sink. This period marked a turning point in history, and it also had a significant impact on the development of the modern sink. Before this era, sinks were primarily made of stone or wood, which were durable but could be difficult to clean and maintain. However, during the Industrial Revolution, advancements in manufacturing techniques led to the production of more durable and hygienic materials like cast iron and porcelain. These materials were not only easier to keep clean, but also offered greater design flexibility, leading to more innovative sink shapes and styles. One of the most iconic sink designs that emerged during this period was the farmhouse sink. Characterized by its large, deep basin and sturdy construction, the farmhouse sink quickly became a staple in kitchens. It was not only practical for washing big pots and pans, but also offered a sense of durability and reliability that people desired in their homes. Servants would often have to stand near the sink and pour water into it for various tasks. As the medieval period progressed, some sinks started featuring carved channels or grooves to help direct dirty water away from the main basin. This innovation made cleaning and draining water a bit easier, but it was still far from the modern plumbing system we rely on today. Even during the Middle Ages, the concept of a sink as an essential part of a kitchen or bathroom was slowly taking shape. A long time ago, in ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, people didn't have fancy sinks like we do today. Fast forward to medieval Europe, stone sinks became more common in castles and rich homes. Then came the Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries. By the early 20th century, enamel coatings were introduced, making sinks prettier and easier to keep clean. As open-plan kitchens became more popular, designers started placing sinks in the middle of the kitchen, turning them into a focal point. Today's sinks are way smarter than those old-fashioned ones. So the next time you wash the dishes, take a moment to think about how far the humble sink has come. If you liked this video, give us a like. One click supports what we do.